Let me know in the chat box, everyone. So I'm going to wait for a couple of seconds, let the messages trickle in. Let's see who is present, who is not present, and then we would take this session forward. If you have already joined, don't forget to say a quick hi. Vishal, I can see you now. Hello Vishal, good afternoon. You can join this session on YouTube. You can join this session through our app also. I'm sure you have downloaded the app by now. You have the app. All right. As more students join, let me quickly tell you why do we do this session. So the whole focus of this particular session is that we use articles, editorials, book excerpts, etc., and we learn how to interpret them better, how to understand the nuances, how to read between the lines, how to understand the word usage. Also focus on other aspects of language, for example figures of speech or idiom usage, etc. So in case you have not watched the previous sessions, please make sure you watch them. They are available on our channel, and I hope you have joined by now our CLAT channel, right? And this particular session happens on Monday and Wednesday. On Monday we meet at 10 o'clock in the morning. On Wednesday we meet at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. In case you have not watched, please make sure you do. All right, I can see more names now. Harshita is there, Alifia has come, Aditi, Preeti Gupta and Preeti Kashyap. Pretty consistent. Two Preetis in the class. Simrela, good afternoon. Simrela has come, I think, either for the first time or probably after some time. Suruchi Sharma, good afternoon. Good afternoon, guys. So, in case you are not aware, let me tell you, we meet on Mondays, we meet on Wednesdays. Monday, 10 o'clock morning. Wednesday, it's 3 o'clock. Okay. Now, before I move on, let me quickly tell you that I wholeheartedly expect you guys to be here when I take these sessions for CLAT 2024 students. Okay. So I want good photographs, all right, and I want them to be displayed here with your ranks in CLAT. I hope the challenge is accepted. Everyone, let me know in the chat box. I hope all of you are preparing well, giving you 100% and trying to be in the top at least 6 of the NLUs, ideally top 3. Let me know in the chat box, guys. Okay, Simrila says I watch all the classes, all the sessions recorded, but I think because of the time factor, some of you, for example, Simrila is not able to come. That's okay. Krishti, Shreya, Satrupa, good afternoon. Rakhi Singh, good afternoon. Arman, Official Astha, good afternoon. Okay, everyone. So let's move on. So very quickly, what do we do in these sessions? In this particular session, we will try to figure out what is the main idea of the author. Now remember, guys, I am facing some trouble, technical trouble. In case the PPT moves suddenly, don't worry. I'll switch to using probably a highlighter or something like that. We'll not use the pen in case that happens. So we'll learn how to find the main idea. We'll learn how to find and interpret complex ideas, complex statements, and of course we would also solve some questions. So stay tuned till the very end. Okay, so ready everybody? Let me know in the chat box. Muskan, Niti, good afternoon. Good afternoon, good to see you. All right, so let's begin the reading part very quickly. So here is the article, everyone. As you know, I read the article along with you so that we can interpret it easily, and we can also see what are the areas you get stuck in, what should you do if you get stuck in. You read, I would read simultaneously, and we would see what is the paragraph saying. We'll solve some questions also. Okay, so don't go anywhere. All right, Kushi, good afternoon. All right, so let's start. On July 21st, a 3-judge bench of the Supreme Court of India delivered a significant order. Now, anybody, can you tell me why does it say order, not judgment? One line, quickly. Let me see how many of you can figure out the difference. Okay, this is how you should read. You should pay attention to every single word. It says order, it doesn't say judgment. Are they different? I don't know. You guys can help me. Muskan, Niti, what do you think? Simrela, Priti, Sita, Kushi, Malia, what do you think about it? Arman, Satrupa, please tell me quickly. It says order, it doesn't say judgment. Is there a difference? I don't know. I always thought they are same. Or maybe I'm not aware. I don't know. Okay. So you type your answer. Let me read meanwhile. Clarifying that the right to a medical abortion that was available to married women could not be denied to unmarried women. The case highlights a legal anachronism. What on earth is this anachronism? Okay, first let me see what have you told me in response to the first question. Then I will ask you this. Sunita says it's an order because it has not become a law. Okay. So if a lower court passes an order, can a lower court pass an order? Can high court pass an order? Do they become laws? Always. Simrela, okay. It's going to be a rule. So let me tell you, it's very obvious that you need to study, because I'm not going to take a legal class here, but I'll just give you some idea. Please study the difference between order, judgment, and a decree. If there is any difference, just go and find out. Decree, order, judgment. In fact, you can study more. For example, what's an injunction, right? But just go and find out the difference. Okay, homework. So what you're telling me is not good enough answers, guys. Okay, you're law aspirants, you should know the exact difference. Okay, good afternoon, sir. Now how do I address you? Your official ID is Butterfly. Can I have a better way to address you? Butterfly. Muskan says they have just interpreted the law, clarified the definition. Okay, good answer, Muskan. Good answer. Yes, but please guys, please study what is an order, what's a decree, and what is a judgment. Okay, so let me ask you another question. Can you all see that the first three lines look like the central idea of the paragraph? Yes or no? Or the passage? Does it not? Just tell me in the comment box. Does it look like the central idea? Yes or no? Correct. It says, it says, clarifying that the right to a medical abortion that was available to married women could not be denied to unmarried women. So Supreme Court has passed an order saying that you cannot deny a right to someone just because of the marital status of that person. Just because somebody is married, you will give that right to that person, and somebody is unmarried, you will deny that person that right. Not good. Correct? Now let's read further quickly. The case highlights a legal anachronism. Now what is anachronism? I think I'm facing the same problem again. What is anachronism? Anachronism basically means that it is out of fashion. It does not belong to this time. It is outdated. It's an obsolete thing. It's archaic, or it's something which belongs to past time or long back. It is not modern at all, old fashioned. The case highlights a legal anachronism that requires women to get the state's permission to exercise their constitutional right to an abortion. The SC's order granting permission to undergo an abortion was passed in the case of a petitioner who was in a consensual relationship and whose partner deserted her. The central idea of the author is almost clear in the beginning, right? That Supreme Court has basically said that just because of somebody's marital status, You cannot deny the person a right that a person, just because she is married, has. Right? Now you can anticipate what will come next. You will be given the context, you will be given the situation before this order and things like that. Correct? So I'll read it very fast. A July 15 order of the Delhi High Court denied, see that, the petitioner's right to terminate her pregnancy. The division bench. What is a division bench? I am not aware of it. Can anybody help? Yes, please. Let's see. I can see some of you have joined on app also. Say a quick hi so that I know you guys are there. Okay. Saying hi is very important. So division bench, I am not aware. Please help me. Anybody? What is a division bench? Quickly, let's see. Anybody? I am trying to read the chat. I'm not able to see the chat. Arshdeep, hello. Just a second, guys. Let me see if I can see the chat. No, I think I am unable to figure it out. Just a second, guys. Let me have a moment. Okay, now I can see. Yep, I can see now. Yes. A case judged by at least 2 judges, Preeti Gupta says. Maybe the lawyers or the judges. Aditi, you are studying, you're going to study law, right? So you have to be more exact. In law, guesswork is not a good idea. Yes, very good, guys, very good. Division bench basically means a group of at least 2 judges who listen to a matter, okay, who decide a matter, pass orders, etc. At least 2 judges, can be 3 also. Generally 5 or more will mean the full bench, or it can even become a constitutional bench depending on the situation, right? Very good, very good. Don't say 2 judges, guys, don't say 2 judges, at least 2 judges. It can be 3 also, you can see that, right? The division bench held that since she was an unmarried woman whose pregnancy arose out of a consensual relationship, her case was clearly not covered by the applicable rules. And then the author tells you the rule 3B of the medical termination of pregnancy rules 2003. Correct? And then it explains, it gives you the rule, right? Now see the interesting part. The SC found that prima, now let me first ask you, I'm not writing because the PPT suddenly moved again. I have seen a lot of people pronounce this phrase wrongly, okay? So I'm pronouncing it. You tell me, am I doing it right or wrong? Okay, you correct me if I'm wrong. And if I'm correct, just say yes, you're correct. If I'm wrong, say you're wrong. The SC found that prima facie, the High Court had been too restrictive in its approach. Prima facie. Prima facie basically means apparently, on the face of it, when you see it for the first time, right? Through a cursory look, prima facie. Is it right or wrong? Just let me know in the chat box. Amrita, yes, but I hope you have seen the answer, right, Amrita? Muskan, very correct, absolutely. SK Farman says division bench is a common noun. Definitely it is. Did I pronounce it correctly, everybody? Yes, no? Because I have seen mispronunciation of this phrase a lot. Okay? So please remember, everybody, this is the correct pronunciation. This is the correct pronunciation. People don't pronounce it like that. People simply call it prima facie because they don't check it. Okay? Now see, the SC found that prima facie, the High Court had been too restrictive in its approach, and that the term change in marital status should be given a purposive interpretation. Look at the Supreme Court's statement, Supreme Court's opinion here. Supreme Court told HC that, listen, you have been too narrow. right? Please be more liberal. Now obviously High Court will ask, my lordship, why do you say that? With due respect, I have done what the law says. Supreme Court says, no, wait. You have interpreted it according to law, that is okay. But you have not given it purposive interpretation. Now, what on earth is purposive interpretation, or purposive, the way you pronounce it? So what is a purposive or purposive interpretation? Anybody? What is purposive or purposive interpretation? It's pronounced both ways. So let me quickly tell you, because your answers are taking time to come. Purposive or purposive legislation is a legislation which has a purpose. It is done with an intention. Okay. So the SC said that you have interpreted the law okay, but you have been too narrow. You could have done it with a different intention. What intention? You have been too restrictive. You could have given it a more liberal interpretation. You could have shown more heart, right? You have been a stickler to rules. You have been a very pedantic person. Pedantic is somebody who is very stickler for rules. It is based this finding on the 2021. Now obviously the High Court might say, sir, why are you saying that? So the Supreme Court based its findings on 2021 amendment to the MTP Act, which no longer restricts itself to an unwanted pregnancy between a husband and wife, but to a woman and her partner by marriage or not. Now see, Supreme Court said you have been very narrow. Obviously High Court would say, why are you saying that? I mean, High Court will not say, but people might think. Supreme Court said because the MTP Act now has become so liberal. It does not talk about husband wife. It talks about woman and partner. It does not even recognize marriage as a required condition. It only talks about woman and partner. Then why are you being so restrictive? Supreme Court in a way said what you are doing is not correct. Now can you anticipate what will come? Obviously more details about it, more explanation. The MTP Act 70 was intended to provide a remedy for the scores of women who face serious health risks because of unregulated abortions. Now, because it's moving forward, I'm not writing it, guys, but can you please tell me, why did the author write the next line? Section 312 of the Indian Penal Code, which continues to be on the books, criminalizes anyone, including the woman carrying the pregnancy, who voluntarily causes a miscarriage. Can you tell me what is the role of this line in this entire article? What is this line doing here? Can you try? Let me see in the chat box, everyone. Very good. I just saw the comments. Yes, very good. So some of you are paying good attention to your law classes. Some of you are not doing that. I hope you take this message home and work harder, correct? Yes, please. What do you think is the reason behind this statement? Author was talking about Supreme Court, High Court, suddenly talks about this line. Why? Let me see in the comment box, everyone. Section 312 of the IPC, which continues to be on the books, criminalizes anyone. Why this line? Let me see. Anybody on the app? Anybody? YouTube? Would you like to tell me? Okay, I think some of you are writing your answers. Muskan says unmarried women are sued due to unlawful abortions. Okay. I asked the role of this line. This kind of a question can come in actual paper also. What is the role of this line? Okay. Now, if you pay attention to the role of this line, you would notice that this line is basically showing that Indian legal system is still not women friendly. Yes or no? MTP Act has changed, but IPC has not changed. What does it show? It shows how we see rights of women. MTP Act changes, court does not interpret it properly, IPC does not change. Shows the overall opinion of India as a country towards women, Indian judicial system, the laws, the legal ways we look at women. That's what this line is doing. This line is very, very subtly, very nicely showing that women are still facing problems under judicial system of India, or under the laws that we have. Correct? I hope you get the point here. Now let me see. Sakshi, is it clear? Malia, very good answer. Malia says to show the contradictory judgment of SC. Not to show contradictory, but I hope you understand, to show the contradiction present in the judicial system, right? Supreme Court says something, High Court is saying something, MTP is saying something else, IPC is going its own way. Everybody has got its own mind. All right. I hope it is clear. Alifia, clear? Right? Okay. Now read the next line. The court relied on 3 key judgments. It talks about 3 key judgments. And because it has to give basis, no, Supreme Court cannot say, I think so. It has to give basis. So it gave basis. It also talks about bodily integrity as part of fundamental right to privacy. So it says that women have right to bodily integrity. Bodily integrity basically means that any decision that is about a woman's body should be made by the woman. Others cannot interfere in that. The way it happened in US recently, correct? You must have heard about Dobbs' decision, right? Which overturned the earlier judgment, Roe versus Casey, and now you know the situation there. So it gives you this example also, correct? And then at the end it says, as permissive as the Indian legal regime may seem to be, by contrast, it's calling Indian legal regime permissive. It's calling. A woman is forced to go before a medical board and a court for a decision that should be between her and her medical practitioner. Can you still see that the author is again saying that Indian legal system is not that restrictive? Indian legal system is not that repressive. It is fairly permissive, but the author still says it is still not that liberal. So do you understand why the author mentioned this point here, and why does the author mention this contradiction again? That what should have been between the lady and the doctor, she has to go to a court of law to ask for permission to do something about her own body. The case is expected to be heard on August 10 to decide the final interpretation of the provisions in questions under the MTP Act. The court's judgment will prove decisive whichever way it decides. Correct? Did you get the basic idea? Author starts by saying Supreme Court has done a good job. HC was narrow. MTP Act is something very liberal now, but the legal system is still not that liberal. Then it tells you the 3 judgments the court used to arrive at this conclusion. It also talks about how things are not that great, for example, in US. And then it says Indian legal system is fairly okay with the rights, but still not as liberal as it should be. And then it says we are expecting the final interpretation very soon. In fact, it's coming today. I hope you know that. Last line says that. Okay, talking about today. So, should I believe you have understood the basic idea? Everyone, let me know in the chat box. Iram, yes, that's correct. Good evening. Niti says no idea about ये सब के बारे में. Niti, this is about legal system of India, something you guys are planning to study and probably make a career in. You have to know all this. I hope the point is clear, right everybody? Okay, if you have understood all this, I think I can ask you a few questions and probably test your comprehension and also test your language per se. Okay, so in case you are ready, let me know in the chat box. There is another way you can let me know. You can press the thumbs up button and that will tell me you are ready, and that will also make me very happy. Byproduct. Okay, so can I have that please? If you're new to the session, if you have come for the first time, please make sure you subscribe to our channel and don't forget to press the bell button so that you get notifications. Okay, sometimes we also send millions of dollars to students who subscribe and press the bell icon. Just try it out. Let me know in the next class. Okay. All right. Ready. All right, everyone. Let's go. So, pretty easy question. Based on the passage, the author seems to do what? Remember, guys, I have marked it 1, 2, 3, 4 so that you can tell me your answer is A, B, C, or D. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 statements. You tell me which one is true. A, B, C, D. Quickly, everyone. Let's see how many of you can get it right. Niti, okay, that's good to know. Vishal says press kar diya. Good, Vishal. That means now you're going to get millions of dollars very, very soon in your mailbox. All right, everyone. Let me see how many of you can give me the right answer. Quickly, everybody. All right, Alifia says C, Niti says A, Suruchi says C, but I have to wait because there are many students in the session. They must answer. I must wait. Vishal is laughing. Muskan B, Aditi C, Kushi C, Satrupa C, Sita C. All right, let's see. Simrela C. Okay, let's check. Based on the passage, the author seems to be certain that the Indian judicial system is liberal. I showed you two clear-cut examples where the author very clearly means to say it is still not liberal. Judicial system is not liberal, right? Permissive, yes. Liberal, not entirely. So option 1 cannot be in the answer. That means B and D are out. Muskan, is it clear? B and D are out. Now 4 is present in both options, which means we can't do anything. 4 must be correct. Let's check second option. The author seems to be a champion of women's rights. Are you sure? Maybe the author wrote one such article, but otherwise the person is a serial killer of women in his or her spare time. Yes or no? Based on the passage, did the author anywhere say, I have done this for a long time, I have been defending women, I have been fighting their cases, I have been doing this, I have been writing about them, I have been taking seminars, I have been teaching courses? Champion is a very strong word. So second also is out. Therefore, the correct answer is only 4th, which means option E. Well done, everyone. Very well done. I am super happy. No doubts about it. Muskan, is it clear? Or Sudeep, is it clear? All right, try again. Purposive or purposive, either way the word is pronounced. Courts typically pronounce it as purposive, but it's purposive actually. So tell me the answer. Very easy question. Absolutely laddu. Absolutely easy. Yes, please. Let me see. If you're watching me on the app, there is a rating rating available there also. Do make sure you rate that there so that I get to know. Preeti says B. B. Okay. Purposive or purposive comes from purpose. So it's definitely purposeful, voluntary, willful, but not empowering. Okay. Empowering is definitely not the meaning of this word or synonym of this word. The correct answer is B. Well done. Very good. You guys are on fire today. You are definitely doing a good job. All right. Third one. The author views the latest court order as a reason to be hopeful, skeptical, ambivalent, none of the above. Let me see. All right, I saw some wrong answers, of course. Correct. Simrala, not Simrala, Preeti Kashyap, I think you did not read the question properly, did you? Sita Kumari, I think same happened with you. You did not read the question properly. Not reading text properly is a sin in law, because you get paid for that, no? Reading and then interpreting and then trying to use it in your favor, right? Okay, let me see. SK Farman C, Suryansh B, Sita B. Okay. Khushi A. Let me see. Khushi A. All right, I will tell you the answer, no problem. Satrupa A, Preeti B, Suryansh C, Sakshi A. Multiple answers. Okay. Now this question I think has got some of you, definitely, right? I can see A, B, C, all three answers. Now let's Arshdeep A, Niti C, Alifia B, Vishal A. See that? Okay. Question is saying the author views the latest court order as a reason to be. Okay. Now the question is that when the author looks at the recent court order, what is the person's mindset? Okay. After going through the order, first read the last few lines. As permissive as the Indian legal regime may seem to be, by contrast, a woman is forced to go before a medical board and court. So author is saying that it is permissive, it is still not very liberal. The case is expected to be heard. The court's judgment will prove decisive, whichever way it decides. The author in the last line is saying, I don't know how the court will decide, obviously. But the author says it will be decisive. Decisive means it will be very important. Correct. Decisive means it will be a final kind of thing, very important. All right. If I read only the last line, the author's mental state is not clear. So can we go back? Let's try. If you read the first line, it says, a three-judge bench of the Supreme Court of India delivered a significant order. Why do you think the author is calling it significant order? Don't you guys think that the author interprets this order in a certain manner? When will you call something important? Let me give you an example. Suppose you get, not you, somebody gets, let's say I get in my law course second year 30% marks out of 100 and I need 45% to pass. Can I say I had a significant result this year? When will you call something significant? When you treat it in a positive or negative manner? What do you think? Everyone, let me know. Arshdeep, no problem, you can do that here, you can't do that there. You can't change marking by pen. Okay? That is the first clue. The author calls it significant order. Then see, author says that the Supreme Court has done a good job. It has clarified the point. Then the judge say, the author says, Delhi High Court had not done a good job. The SC found it too restrictive. Correct. Then the author says that MTP Act has done a good job, but the IPC is still not very, does not have a good section about it. Then the author talks about three judgments the court has used, and it talks about Supreme Court. Pay attention everybody. Supreme Court saying, reaffirming the right to bodily integrity. Bodily integrity means a woman has a right to decide matters concerning her body. Author is talking about all this. Then author says, look at this line, the SC's order attains significance. Author is time and again saying that this order is important. Now think of the author's mental attitude right now. Do you really think that the author is ambivalent. Ambivalent is indecisive. The author does not know which way it is going. Do you really think the author is doubtful? Not at all. The author very clearly is hopeful. The author does not know how the Supreme Court will decide, obviously, but the author is hopeful that Supreme Court has done a good job. It has passed a very good order, and probably it will again end up passing a good order because Supreme Court thinks that a female should have the right over her body. Decisions regarding her body should be made by a female only. It's a very interesting question, and the correct answer is hopeful. Did you understand, everyone? If you got it right, you have done a good job. If you did not get it right, is it clear or not? Let me know in the comment box quickly, everyone. And if you learned something new, if you liked the question, make sure you press the like button right now, because I can see the number of likes is very low. I'm feeling demotivated. I think I'll not give you the next question unless you press that button. Is it clear, everyone? Did you understand? Okay, let's try again. So let's try a grammar question. I had been getting messages on different sessions that there should be 1 or 2 grammar questions also. So here it is, everyone. Let's see if you can get it right. Let's see how good or bad your grammar is. Yes, please. You have to just tell me which part has a grammatical error. If you think no part has any grammatical error, you can tell me E or no error also. Okay. Let's see, everyone. Let's see. Arshdeep, it's okay. Happens. Learning process, no? Totally fine. Don't worry. Preeti says B. Let me check. B. Okay. All right. Let's see. Preeti, you care to tell me why would you say that? Preeti Gupta. Why is your answer B? Please tell me. Preeti Kashyap also says B. Okay. Malia says C. Alifia is saying D. I have now understood you guys are picking one or the other, assuming some will be correct. No, obviously. SK Farman is saying C. Sakshi says B. Official Astha says B. Vishal B. Sonali C. Niti B. Muskan A. Muskan, what is wrong in A? Please tell me. You have to tell me the reason also, okay? You cannot just say A, B. You have to tell me the reason also. Vishal C. An unanimous. Okay, so let me quickly tell you. Preeti says it should be an unanimous. Preeti, if the first letter of the word sounds like, in Hindi, if you understand Hindi, A, O, E, right? Then you use an with it, like our, honor, orange, ink, right? Apple, umbrella. But if it sounds like you, then you cannot use an with it. For example, university, you always say a university, you don't say an university. Union, right? Or one, because it sounds like wa, not a. It's unanimous. Unanimous is starting with what? U. So A is correct. What is wrong in A part, Muskan? Vandana, is it clear? Mathematical, have you done everything else? Yes, Sakshi, that's correct. Now Muskan has changed her answer to no error. Alright, everyone, let me quickly tell you the correct answer. The correct answer is no error. The sentence is correct. Bench here is a collective noun. Collective nouns are generally singular. So the bench has given singular, but when you use or refer to the members of the group, like in words like bench, committee, team, panel, family, when you refer to the members, you use plural verb. So the bench has given a unanimous decision and have retired to their respective chambers. Absolutely correct. No error. The correct answer is no error. If you again learn something new, collective nouns like bench, panel, committee, jury, team, family, faculty, these are singular when you mean one unit, but when you refer to the members individually, they become plural. So be very careful with their usage. Is it clear, everyone? All right, very good, well done. I think this is the last question of the day, guys. Do not get it wrong. You can read this article in Indian Express today. Good article. It appeared today itself, so I just thought to discuss with you guys. I hope you liked the article also. Okay, so first you tell me the answer, then I'll tell you the correct answer. All right. Farman, I didn't get your question. What exactly are you asking? Muskan, you have to basically identify which part has a problem. Nothing else. Okay, most appropriate. I think this you can guess very easily, right? Based on the passage. Okay, don't tell me it is your heart saying. Don't answer from your heart. Okay. A, D, A. Mathematical, you should prepare, no problem at all. Official A, oh sorry, official Astha A, Preeti Gupta D, Preeti Kashyap D. Okay, you guys gave the same answer. That's good. Mathematical, I have answered your question. I hope you heard it. You have asked the same question 10 times by now. Okay. Khushi D, Malia D. All right, everyone. Let me help you with the correct answer. Let's eliminate writer. Writer is too broad. If somebody has written an article, the person can be called a writer, though writer is more like a profession, right? So anybody who writes regularly can be called a writer, but it's a very broad term. It can fit on anybody, right? So not a great answer, because we have to find the most likely profession. So writer is out, too broad. Constitutional expert. Do you really think the answer at the paragraph or the article was talking about constitutional provisions, discussing them? It did talk about the right to life, but beyond that, bodily integrity, but beyond that, so it doesn't look like a constitutional expert. So A and C, I think you guys understand, out, no problem. Problem is with lawyer and law researcher, right? Now, if you read the paragraph, nowhere it is clear that the person is a lawyer by profession. For example, the author does not mention anything like recently I participated in this court while debating this matter, while presenting this matter, while submitting that matter. Nothing of that sort is given. For the lawyer to be the correct answer, we should have enough evidence or logic in the paragraph to say that this person has been in the law court, right? There is no information given, and therefore, based on the information in the paragraph, remember guys, based on the information on the paragraph, the correct answer is law researcher. Why? Because the author has studied what the Supreme Court is saying, what the High Court has said, what the MRTP Act is saying, what the current situation is, what the IPC is saying. Who will do all that? Somebody who is a researcher, most likely. Can we still be wrong? The answer is yes, but it's most likely to be law researcher. The correct answer is D. I think most of you got it right. Well done, guys. However, remember, interesting part before I let you go. The article has been actually written by 2 practicing lawyers of Delhi High Court. That's the interesting part. But we have to answer based on the passage. We cannot use our knowledge, right? Both are very good writers, both are practicing lawyers, and they have done a good job, but I hope you understood the point. We do not know about that. We have to rely on the passage. Yes, everybody? So I'll see you again on Monday, 10 o'clock. If you thought that somehow, somewhere, I have been able to help you with something, you learned something new, do not forget to press the like button because that helps us reach more number of students. Do a subscribe if you have not done that, and of course download the app, press the bell icon so that you can get notifications for all the superb content we upload, we conduct all the time around the clock. All right everybody, thank you so much for participating. I'll see you again. Please take care and have a good day. Thank you guys. Bye bye.